All humans are entrepreneurs, not because they should start companies, but because the will to create is encoded in human DNA. With this spirit, a very pleasant morning to everyone assembled here. I, Shivangi, have the privilege of taking you through the startup session on the topic Lean Startup and Minimum Viable Product or Business, where we will be discussing the scenarios we need to keep our eyes on. Acropolis Group of Institutions is greatly honored to have guest of honor, Mr. Krishna Gandhi Pachippan. Thank you so much, sir, for investing your valuable time with us today. So, before we dive into the startup session, I would like to give a brief introduction of our guest of honor. Krishna Gandhi Pachippan, sir, is a dynamic personality with an excellent academic log who loves working in a positive environment very smartly and efficiently. He is co founder of Firechip Technology, also an innovation ambassador. He was an evaluator in Smart India Hackathon SIH 2022, Toycathon 2021, Yuva Innovator Challenge 2021. His conference papers are published in IEEE Explore. Sir has also received Best Organizer Award, Abdul Kalam Award, and Best Faculty Award. We can't wait to hear from you, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Now I share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So, good morning, one and all. Now, this session focus on the lean startup and minimum viable product because nowadays, so market fit for the products and survey the existing market is the more important. After launching, this kind of the strategy is definitely face the failures. So before we launch the products, what are the tools and techniques are available? What are the problems sort out priorly stage? So the outline of the sessions. So what is the lean startups and what are the principles and how softwares majorly fail reasons and then prototypes and development stages and then viable products, what are the stages and benefits, and then opportunities, and finally the concluding the remarks. Now we jump into the topics, the lean startup. So the lean startup is ideate and get the loop analysis, what are the problems and is the market fit, is any problems find out is sort out in this process. That is the lean startup. The lean startup strategy that was used in the Toyota. So the Toyota follow this the lean startup concepts because the Toyota is nowadays before 20 years Qualis product is the released automobile. They have service at least 5 to 10 years, and then nowadays now launch the Innova. So the Innova launched the complete market penetrations through the quality. So Toyota follow this kind of the lean startup. If lean startup, so complete process is the minimizing. So the minimizing the times. So what are the idea generation from your minds, and then develop the prototypes or minimum viable products, and then real-time implementations are verified. So after that, you any problems or customer suggestions is incorporated, and then again you included in your products and develop the market fit products. This is the lean startup loop analysis, and then other parameters will focus on the business aspects. So in existing markets, for example, I consider the dual or for quadrat camera. So quad cameras, the high pixels. The same things I yes. So we understood from the this analysis. So existing market, who are they? How to attract their customer? Because customer buy our product only. Revenue for our companies are more fit to the existing markets. So these all the things are focused. The back slides is the business canvas model is there. So the business canvas will be detailedly seen, and then lot of the funding opportunities, the seed monies are available from the government sides and the investors. So these all the things are covered in the lean startup for the one complete product to launch and make the success one. Yeah, this is the lean pyramid. So what is the vision? So if I take an example, nowadays the diabetic patients are day by day increasing because of the consumption of the foods, the salt and sugar contents in the diabetic patients are more. So I try to solve the particular problems, or maybe I have or wearable devices. So I think to launch the wearable devices to solve this the particular problem, and then the strategies. What are the way to reach the patients? The patients come to the doctors. So I approach the doctors or partners I included means that is the strategy, and then final product we check with the customers. They get the feedbacks. Is the good and one means I implemented the products. That is the lean pyramid. So first you visions how you solve the problem through the technology that useful to the particular customers or patients and other things. And then what are the way you reach to the customers? That is the strategy. So and then you launch the products. So then only you fit it into the market, because nowadays is a competitive world. More competitors are there. So you just you early stage you really understood this kind of the things. After that you launch the market in the market, then will be make a success. And then idea validation. If I wearable device I find out means or anything patients related means, if suppose uh, old lady is there, that robot is cared for the particular age persons. So medicines, these all the things given to the particular patients. This is my idea. So this idea is fit or not, it may be helpful to the aged persons, but market size is low. But some of the persons nowadays, everyone is going to the companies and doing the jobs. They have no time to care of the aged persons. So the time some rich peoples they need this kind of the assistance, robo assistance. So I validate so this kind of the people. So I target this kind of the people's. And then for my example is the Red Bull. So the Red Bull is the cool drinks companies. That companies the focus on the not only from the childhood to athletes. They focus only on the market size is the lower and the athletics only. So nowadays the every countries focus on the athletic sports because they get the medals in the Olympic. So Red Bull will focus on the particular parts only for the athletics. So they create the demand for the particular drinks. Because the Red Bull is serving the market. So in compared to the Pepsi or Coca-Cola, these are all the things. So this is the ideal validations. Because if any risk you identify mean initially, how to sort out this the problems. I submitted proposals. The proposals related to the pregnancy related, but they ask some more questions. How you deal with the uneducated people? So I give the alternative options. So the early stage they ask the questions, and only I understand I include under the particular projects. So these are the way the idea evaluations help to you. And then more important for, because no need for the customer for your product means that product is completely totally waste. So just throw in the dustbins. So before you launch, the customer needs is more importance. They definitely they need. If suppose I consider the wearable device for the every patient needs. It's more need because uh, nowadays is each one person in every family they have the diabetes. So the demand is increasing. So everyone expert for the solution. So I give the solution for the to the technology. So that's it. I take it. If suppose robo assisting means somewhat the demand only, but they have need because the cost is high. So in this way, I validate the and the markets. So in this time is the launching, the existing competitors are there. The competitor strategies are which strategies they have followed. These all the things are there. The best example is the already in the existing market is the Coke and Pepsi, but the Red Bull follows a different kind of the strategy. So acquiring the market size and the trading the demand. So this is the where to the fit and strategies. And then some analysis on our startup is the postman is the so split part is our analyzing. So financials and then the team strengths um, and cash flows, class flows, the economic aspects and the partner size. Is a number of way they consider and analyzing the one or one startups and then listed out the top most reasons is for the every startup for the face the failure is the first one is the 42% is the no market niche. Suppose mm, launching sim means the I mean 7G or 6G. So at this time, no, the perfect example is that nowadays the electrical vehicle is increasing. I installed the 100 cities charging point stations. Our is not now market need because now only people show the interest to buy a electric vehicle. So the people are charging in home itself. I installed 100 cities means so some total money is waste. But after 10 years, after 25 years, the charging station is create a more demand because everyone at the time uh, driving the every electric vehicle. Nowadays using the petroleum products. So so the demand is no need for the electric vehicle. So in this kind of the cases we understand our product is the need for or not this time or latest in stage. These are all the things. So reason the one of the news is the okay some company is by doing a company that company will focus on the battery related products. So one have is the Elon Musk and another one is the by the company one. So in futures, electric vehicle arise means the battery needs is important more. Nowadays, other sides also green energy is replacing, especially in solar. So they need only batteries. So the demand will rise. So in this way, expecting and calculating for the market needs, and then run out of cash because what way you reach the customers because not all advertisements these are the same strategies you lot of investing but the product is not selling is that is one of the problem because how to give the salary for the customers and sorry workers it's a highly difficult one and then third one is the right team. Some persons in normally we see in the final students projects the four members is there one person is doing the everything other person just giving money other two persons simply sitting nothing contribute to the particular products. So similarly suppose you just give the money for the 10 lakhs you come into for the team members it's a highly difficult to reach the success one because nowadays the teamwork is more important to reach their achievements and or reach the milestones. So these are the main reasons for the initial startup failures reasons. And then MEP. So the how develop the MEP. So functionals. So normally every customers even me also like one So low cost and better performance on product only I prefer. At the time, some emotional connect means I will prefer. For the emotional connect means, for example, the ITC. So the ITC use this strategy. This notebooks you will purchase a 1 rupee donated to the poor child. So that is the emotionally connected. And that emotionally connected, I interest so to at least 1 rupee go to some poor child. That is the emotional connected. So the ITC is followed the emotional connected one. And then reliable. So not everyone is preferred is the long life one, and then usable. These are all the things, properties, and the salient features are involved in minimum viable products. And then in existing, if you focus on functional means, you lost three categories: emotional, usable, and reliable. So these all the things equally to 25 percentage, 25 percentage, 25 percentages are equally connected. Then only make the minimum viable the products. So the minimum viable products is the minimal cost and give the better performance. That is the minimum viable product. And then we give the affordable prices also for the customers. And then MAP stages. First, analyze the markets. So based on analyze the markets, and you frame the ideas. And then what are the features or additional features or the list outs, and develop the products, and finally launch. After launched, you get the feedbacks regarding about the products, especially focus on the functionals and the technical aspects and the user designs. So nowadays the user designs, user experience is the more important for the every products, because the attractions, every customers like the attract one. So this parameters also included in the collecting the feedbacks for the customers. So after that you collecting the satisfaction of customers, you include some of the ideas. So for example, I realized I initially started the two parameters. After collected the feedbacks, now I focus into the six parameters, and they give some ideas and suggestions. I integrated in the products. So that is the final stage. I feel a better look that. So the feedback is the most important. And then purpose. So why we do analyzing these kind of the things means, so the low budget make a perfect product means everyone like it. So and then you get the easily penetrate the market also. So for example, Parleji. So the Parleji is launched in the products on the 5 rupees 100 grams. Nowadays same price, but grams will be reduced because the P mark PP strategies are used. But Parleji is especially focused on the prices. That's the strong culture. 5 rupees, 5 rupees. Because lower people, income people also easily to get and get in. So they only the strong billing, but weight will be reduced. So this is one of the strategy to follow. So small budgets get the enter the markets. So initially Geo. So Geo is entering into the free of cost. After fully penetrated into the markets only, they get the money. And then Hotstar's. Initially, the streaming the serials and the movies is not free. Nowadays, they're collecting some amount of the money. So based on the subscription models, so these are the things to attract the or enter into the markets. If suppose any error means, you initially find out, because the prototype developing stages, help to image the errors. Suppose you develop the app means the errors and bugs, it will be optimized, and then easily understood what customers should expect, what particular aspect in the particular products. These are things. Suppose I launching a wearable devices for the everyday patients, they just to get what are the problems. Based on the problems is the food suggestions. So with the calorie mentioned, so they will understand and look, oh, what are the ways in this way I will experiment. I provide that kind of the list. So the customer and companies will satisfying the needs. And then I launched the products means for the only the basic vessels. I am no not in the physiotherapy vessels. So that definitely who are the need our target customers is well fixed. So for example, the Coca-Cola company is focus on the every people's, but the Red Bull focus on the specific athletics one. Yeah, Coca-Cola and Pepsi focus on the athletics and even child and younger. These all things are focused. But Red Bull focus particular on the athletics. They have penetrated in the sports categories. So it's competitive to the Coco and Pepsi also. And then quality feedbacks, yeah, for feedbacks is more important from the customers. Initially after launching the products also some products are some missing giving the customer feedbacks, but no one interested to give the feedbacks. But initial stage we collect the feedbacks is then well and good, and then build it based on the things collect the feedbacks. These are all the everything. Next we develop the prototypes and understood for the business needs, and you get the clear idea so which way to solve the problem through these technologies or through these tools you solve the particular problems. And then MEP approach, the MEV approach means the minimal cost and the better performance for the customers. And the design process, yeah, design process is most important. That is the um, user designs. And then how flow flow of the ideas, these are the things you make. And then the product's features, uh, for example the diabetic patient consider, so they have the list the food of items with the calorific values, calorie, this kind of these all the things that you iron strength is 15 gram mg, these all things also listed out means they have, that's the features one. Based on the things I finish and build the final products and to launch. And then after launching, any problems or any technical errors or any other problems is find and incorporate and solve the that particular problems for the products. And then before develop the minimum viable products, before on stage is the proof of concept. So the proof of concept is deals with the two things. One is uh, the this product is needed for the customers or not, and then the capability to solve the particular problems or not. This is deals with the proof of concept. And then minimum viable product means uh, which people ready to buy for these products, and after use your products, how people react about the your products, further to easy to buy or not. These are the things. These, nowadays, the demands fall focus on the but 6 or 7 segments are included in a single platforms. So they everyone show to interest so buy for some other things. These all the things are built. So therefore they survive in the particular markets. But big bazaars they are not focusing on the particular concepts. So DMart is clearly followed. So they develop the number of branches still, and then if DMart for at the if you grocery items you know use the DMarts, and then if you have other things fruits and um, um, there is appliances also. These all things number of means they so suddenly create the psychological attractions in the single platform, and then some of the customers are buying for other things also. Even I'm also buy for one product something, and I show the interest on the other products related things. I have interested, I buy it. So these are the way to attract the customer. They have growing their markets, and then so once every products or every development process, when the development process started means that is challenges definitely will come. So what are the challenges means first means fear. So this fear is the main challenge of the because this kind of amounts we are invested into developing the products that product is not succeeding in market means face a failure. So for a lot of the loans maybe how to pay or how to manage these are the things and then fear of the competitions. So these are the people are focusing means suppose you create a demand product means you don't worry about this kind of the two fears. If suppose I launching the camera mobile is already camera mobile penetrated in the existing markets. I try to launch in this kind of product only means definitely I will face the fear because competitor already penetrated in the markets. Definitely I will not be penetrated in the market. I will definitely face the failures. So with the idea and validations and the development products cost, these all the things are overcome these two fears. And the branding risk means so multiple or integrated solutions in the platform is more possible to the success in the current markets. And then some of the products having the legal issues because if the food products means this kind of the levels you should be maintained. Suppose the soap means the 76% from this kind of the standards are there. So it means the electric vehicle means AR testing support, the batteries, these all the things should be the set means you will not face the I mean you avoid the problems in future if any arises to the customers. These all the things. Or a competitor may be file a case or these are the wrongs, these are the mishandlings. That is the legal ways. What are the legal ways? So suppose if you use the app launching, they have the cyber security the problems. They how to protect the categories. These are the things shouldn't care for the problems in the developing the stages. And then benefits. So what are the needs? What are the basic requirements for the key developments? Initially, you find it out, and then insights of the products, and then get the collect or drawbacks or demerits or merits. These are all things from the customers. Means is a valid point to develop the further products developments. And then after launching the product you test means you carry out the yearly way. And then main is the product cost will be lower level or affordable levels compared to the existing market. Then you move on the further. So development process is the quick process. And then market validations the customer needs. I mean the solution is expected from the markets or not. If are already market penetrated in the competitors or not. These all things you know about before the launch their products through the MVP concepts. And then prototype development. So the prototype development you should satisfy the standards. If suppose I develop the mobile phone means some of the standards I will follow. So radiation levels. So the radiation levels within this means that is one is the quality one. So they only they release the products. And then what are the customers they expecting? So before 2 or 3 years we are expecting related to the cameras. So higher megapixel is more expecting. So based on this the Oppo, Vivo, these all the things focus on the camera aspects. So they have released the high resolutions. So nowadays artificial intelligence also introduced. So automatically they put the makeup for the customers and they use the filters. They remove these all the things are expecting the users. They included in the particular products. So they get interest so good to buy the products. These are the product development needs and requirements. These are the things. And then Some of the techniques are there prototype developments and the sketches. The sketches means the drawings. That is the drawing. These functions. Suppose you present means one product is list out means. For example, diabetic patients. So the diabetic patients is the particular food list means. Other times, so these are the things that clearly show in the sketches way. And another in the paper interface. In paper interface is the on each papers you sketches this part one, this is the part two. In this way, you should understand before the development process. And then storyboard. The storyboard is using the especially in the semi field. So that concept is also used for understanding the purpose to develop the products. Then only maybe if you in an ideation stage, and then you go to and explain investor. So other time these are the techniques are support to you for the explanations and show the interest by the investor. And the role playing and the physical dancing is also one of the techniques for the product developments. And then after you develop the prototypes, is three stages is there. One is the alpha stage. So in the this alpha stage is to focus on the initial products. That products, if I launching means diabetic patients, that time show the list only, but not calorific values. If some maybe some errors or the debugs were these all the things, maybe any other problems that list are maybe collapsing if any occurs. So that particular area implemented, corrected or not. These all the things are no only the phase one. Phase one especially the alpha stages. And then what are the problems and what are the issues, what are the challenges occur in the phase one problem. Uh, we launch into the beta version. At that time, every problems are included or suggestions may be. These are the things are included into the beta version. After beta version, check it the all the errors in the completely uh, reduced and the final one. And then after beta versions is successfully completed, then move on to the further step pilot productions. If you reach in the pilot production means you launch the product into the market. And then some of the action questions are there. So here some questions. One is the new release disabled a feature for customer. Why? Yes, maybe some other questions. Negative. On the negative aspects, you will act to react and how to solve the problems. You suppose you related to the app product means at the time the server failure, what you have problems or faced for the particular customers or not. These all the things are happened. And then why did server fail? Maybe these are the wrong way, these are the things. So what are the wrong ways happened for the server? So on these particular aspects, we how to solve the particular problems regarding the server failure. These are the things. These we are ready to facing the problems. And then what? Why was it the wrong thing? So what happened through that particular problems regarding to the server's issue? And why did he know? Because he know time. Because you recruited the handling the particular setup, but the server handling is more important. So the people are in a professional knowledge because technical knowledge is more important. They well these questions we understood the trained or experienced persons are there to solve the particular problems. and then technology readiness level. So this technology readiness level should help the problem of a particular part. So here divided into the three phase. One is the research, another one is the development stage, and final one is the commercialization stage. So here, uh, especially in engineering, is the basic research is the tier one and two, and then nearly to the three up to three is the basic research, and then 4, 5, 6 is the development stages, and 7, 8, 9 so fully focus on the commercialization part. So this technology readiness is developed the NASA. So the NASA is follow for the develop the missiles uh, as it is that penetrated into the different fields, engineering, medical science, and software. So they consist of the three phases. So they give the step-by-step procedure to the finish the perfect product. And then is the business model canvas. So once upon a time, I attended the Krishna University incubation program. So at the time, I framed this the lean startup canvas model. So the lean canvas startup model is the help to support the understand the customers and how you revenue generations, what are the cost you need to spend for develop the products and your unique value propositions, and then what are the problems, unfair advantages are proposed by your uh, solutions. These all the things is completely understood in the single page. That is the lean startup canvas model. And then the business canvas model is building block of the main elements, the key partners, key activities, key resource, cost structure, revenue stream, customer relationship, as customer segments, channels, value proposition. These are the things. So the key partners, who are the partners to you after launching the products to make a successful? These are partners. And then what are the of launching product for the specific activities you doing? That is the key activities. And then what are the resources for develop the particular products? Anything materials or the other things. These are all the things. This is the model for the very medicines. And what are the cost you develop the R&Ds or the running cost, the establishment cost, and then software development cost. These are all the things you include in the cost structure. And structures, what are the who what each by each spend money, the salaries, company salaries, these all the things are included in the cost structures. And then revenue stream, if you launch the product, what are the way generate your product. These are the things are mentioned in the revenue streams. And then who are the particular target customers. So in telemedicine aspects is the patients. The patients is the customers, and the channels how to reach through the practitioners or municipalities. These are the things followed for telemedicine. And how to reach your customer, maybe social medias or other thing, marketing and affiliated marketing. These are the things are you using to reach the customers. And the customer relationship, customer care service for the particular products is using for the uh, for maintaining these all the things is supposed to be the customer retention ratios, and then value proposition. So unique, that is the unique means it's a major features listed of in your products. That is the unique value proposition. And then similarly is linked to the pathologies of the business canvas model. So in cost structures you was including the every one, and then revenue streams. So these all the things you check in the early stage means you understood the market aspects and commercial aspects and your revenues. So initially I was the no market needs. So that you solve in this page. And then another one is the right customer, no market customer needs. So the customers are who who needs. These are the things you check in early stage and avoid the failures. And it is one of the strategies to the business model canvas. Here nowadays we started developing some of the technology. So here I list some show the interest to show some of the potential areas with the digital technology. So nowadays the Byju's is focusing on the technology school students especially that are the particular problems in solving the 3D view. So Byju's solve the particular aspect in the school days. This is highly difficult to the um, 3D models, views, these are the things. So the particular aspects and the carrying the mentoring is nowadays the student strength in a particular class is the 70 or 72. This is a single teacher is carrying is less. So the Byju's understand the markets of the needs and potentials. They care mentoring. All the things are included for surveying the markets to solve the education system, in the, particularly in school. And then this is the one of the 3D printers, especially is the most of the toys are imported from the China. So after 3D printers means you are the make for the toys for the children. So child market is more and more that it will help to buy the 3D printers. So 3D printers will develop the toys for the child. So the complete market we make and through towards to they make in India. These are the things are happening. But and then telemedicine concept is one of the aged person is highly difficult to travel from the one cities to another cities more than 600 700 means if I propose Apollo means here from here my home to reach the 600 if my mom is for a particular treatment this is a highly difficult one but through the telemedicine aspects we follow some means the transportations and the avoid of some of the stress or burden is all the things are avoided through the telemedicine. So nowadays the telemedicine is also developing. In Tamil Ramachandra Medical University is also followed this one. And then some of the technologies, the aspects for the medical field is the AI image automations. So nowadays a lot of the people are affected in the brain tumors, the brain related diseases. So at that aspects the doctor assessing the disease through the artificial intelligence. So the technology also support for the solve the particular problem to the patients. And then biomedical devices. So nowadays is a biomedical devices is more for because a lot of new devices are introduced uh, for the human beings. Uh, so before 20 years, is the diseases is very less. Nowadays, is new diseases are developed, and as well as looks like a shopping mall developing some of the shopping mall like hospitals also every street have developed. So diseases are developed. So that diseases particularly solved through the particular customers or through the technology means it is through the devices. So they have the potential market to for the particular devices. And then in the early stage is nowadays the focus on to help to the particular people with all the things. So this one of the devices for the handicap. So athletics may be using the handicap athletics also conducted in. So this one is supported into the particular people. And then one of the available devices is the pulse health simulator. So after the lockdowns or COVID-19 attacks, so everyone checking for the pulse. So this is also developing for the markets. So it's create the demand and for the market also. And then healthcare is using the IoTs. So where the patients and then patients using the logins and then if you integrate a platform for the you mean the physiotherapist or dietitians or a gynecologist these are the things are included in the e-health and then also patient health conditions and all the things are noted in the e-health. And then this is one of the technologies for the support to the ambulance. So for the particular patients, and then there's the robot thermal scanning. So after attacking the COVID-19, so initially handle is highly difficult, but the robot is developing for the scanning. So this market is little big, but a new technology, new innovation is going to be patentable. So, but on the market size is very, very less, but particular multi-specialty hospital only buy this kind of the products. So here the idea is validated, but market fit is no. Uh, and then one of the successful startup is the sewage cleaning. So in early days, the man only cleaning the sewage. At the times, uh, due to the wastage, so mixing some chemical reactions are arising. These are toxic gases. The toxic gases affected the cleaning persons. Some of the incidents are happened. The persons meet their death. So that is the problem. That problem should solve through the technology. Yeah, as the robot. The robot is a non-living being. So they he'll handling with no kind of gases is no worried about it. But cleaning in particular. So this is the careless that students are placed to some companies. After that return to the he didn't in the prototype level of the huge projects. After 2 years they could get jobs and return to Kerala since and some of the startup schemes are announcing. So at the time they should show the interest to develop the kind of products. After develop the products, he is implemented is the successful one. Now is the 120 countries he filed their patents for this kind of inventions. And then how you contribute to IP. So you think outside of the buses within there are no copy report of the existing market products because you introduce new or something innovative means then only customer look like as well as the support to the IP. Nowadays is the South Africa patent, Australian patent, Korean patent, German patent, is all the things are exploited in the current markets. Some of the people not understand to buy, give, get the money and get the patents. This was highly difficult one, and don't. It's a fake one. It's a highly difficult to buy, and then produce original work. So you should satisfy the patent also. Don't copy it, and then you suppose different aspects. Trademarks, copyrights also. If you develop into software, well, that means you file the copyrights. These are the things you contribute to the India. So if you filing this kind of the IP means automatically we develop our nations because the global countries are very competitive. So the global country competition, the ranking also, we are in 46th position. So we are the large most country, but we are not listed out in the top 10 or top 20 countries. Small countries also listed in the top 10 and the 20. But we are the biggest country, biggest population. We are in the hub of knowledge, but not able to listed in the top 20. So in this way, you contribute means you sure we will list out in future in the top 10 or 20. Yeah, and then filing the concluding remarks. So the lean startup is the particularly useful for the business development. They use the Toyota is a real examples. Police introduce that product particularly maintain the long periods. Now new oil is released. There are some long periods are followed. And then lean pyramid is a particular vision. Means the particular problem, how to solve it to the society for help, means, and then how to reach that the way, and then finally the products needs and customer needs market fit you check it, and then developing the products means you check it out with the who will ready to buy your products. If suppose buy means how react about your products customers, and then any other needs required for to the customers. These all the things you list it out, and then you make to the successful. Okay, if any doubt, please ask me.
Yes, sir, we have few questions.
Okay.
Why innovation idea validation is important?
Hmm. Innovation idea validation is you product is check the or cross verify the fit or not as an initial stage. If you find is unfit means again you re-ideate or regeneration or re-fine tune and then again you fit. If suppose customer not show interest, for example, I develop a camera 64 megapixel high clarity is everything. Because launch to market means no one buys because already existing in the market camera some of the competitors are penetrated. At the time I launch means very difficult. Nowadays electric vehicles initially used. At the time I implemented 100 cities means no use. I will face failure. After 10 years or everyone have electric vehicles, at that time I launched a charging point station means I have more markets. So in this for this get revenues and the profit and make a success, you cross examine the validation.
Okay, thank you, sir. And sir, one more question. How to develop the MVP?
How to develop the MVP? First you
Yes, sir.
understand the markets.
Okay.
Based on the markets, you develop the solution through the technological aspects, maybe artificial intelligence or IoT or big data. These all things you use to solve. After you develop your products, should minimal cost. Whatever your technologies are incorporated, minimal cost, your product solve the particular problem. Then only with better performance. Then only customers show interest your products. So in these aspects, you develop the minimum viable product.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. This session was really informative, and we look forward to more such sessions. Last but not the least, I now invite Professor Dr. Santosh Vaishne, sir, to propose vote of thanks.
Okay.
behalf of Acropolis, I, I would like to thank Mr. Krishna Gandhi for finding time out of his busy schedule and sharing his experience and knowledge. And I hope this knowledge will be very helpful to the student in their career journey. I'm also thankful to Director Sir, HODs, and our CSC department, HOD, Dr. Sid. I'm also thankful to all the faculty and student, and also the students, faculty joined the event and made it. Thank you.